So I'm sitting here contemplating my life and doing some self-evaluation. And what I realize is I should not be afraid to start over. I shouldn't be afraid to start over with relationships. I shouldn't be afraid to start over with my career. I shouldn't be afraid to start off with my degree, what school I want to go to, what field I want to be in. I shouldn't be afraid. And this translated into not being afraid to do business strategies. Start over if it's not working. Change things if it's not working. Drop people if it's not working. And it stands for if you're trying to build credit. Start over if the process you were doing to try to pay your credit is not working. If you know that you weren't even paying the bare minimum and you were doing $20 this, $20 that, change it and do as much as you can. Change it so you are doing a bare minimum. Give them a call to try to negotiate something. I said in my speech for commencement that change is inevitable. And that was a quote by Dr. Miles Monroe. It's the way of life. And this entire season that I'm in right now is literally my speech. Like, I'm living my speech throughout. It was almost like spiritually I knew this was coming. And I was preparing myself for this journey in real time. So, this is very uncomfortable because it's like the path that I was on, it's not working, but maybe I need to stick through it a little longer. Or maybe if I just apply a little more pressure, or maybe if I stay and I kind of like fight this feeling, that it'll work. Or you can acknowledge that it's not working and you adjust. So for me right now in this very moment, I have options, right? Stay my course or take another route. And the other route, I weigh my pros and cons. I'm speaking to advisors. I'm speaking to counselors. My therapist advised this. But it's still like, So let's break this down. Plan A was built to avoid a specific area or a specific topic, right? I felt like plan A was still allowing me to do what I want to do without having me go through a course that I really don't care to take. Plan A, from my understanding, takes 3 years to solidify and then another 7 to be at, say, salary or quota or status that I desire to be. Plan B. So now what plan B does is takes the same amount of time as plan A, but say quota, status, or salary would be reached in 6 months. Plan B requires me to go through said subject, course, requirements that I've been literally avoiding my entire life. So, message in this all. My plan and my path that I have set myself to do took me longer. Is taking me longer. Will take me longer than if I followed God's plan. And in following God's plan, yes, I would have went through a season of trying times, but I would have already been living my divine purpose. I wouldn't have wasted time. It's like Exodus. It's like he took us through that long path when it only took 30 minutes to get to the promised land. For whatever reason he needed. The positive thing about this is when I'm acknowledging it, 2, he still can use the lost time that I consider lost time. And 3, me allowing him to do him, to be him, it would be like I never lost 10 years of my life. If I was who I desire to be in the next 3 years, that person 8 years ago, would I be a good steward over it? Would I have maximized that opportunity? Would I be obedient in my purpose? Let's think about this. It feels like it's taking me longer, and I'm just now realizing who and what I'm supposed to be doing. And I could be upset or feel like it's taking me so long to get here, or it's why now, because I could have done this sooner, or I could have been in that field sooner, or I could have been doing this and that and the third sooner. But in all honesty, who was I sooner? I wasn't the person that would see beyond myself. I'm making 6 figures, or I have the 6-figure title, and I'm not giving back the way I'm supposed to be giving back. Mishandling the money, mishandling the gift, the purpose, the desire. Like, really sit down and think about that. Because I am. It seems like it's not on time, but it's definitely on his time.